I'm Nick Burgess. I'm the communications director for the city of North Liberty. The way we work has changed a lot in the last couple of months, dealing with a lot of information, both trying to make sure that we understand what the changing landscape looks like, as well as helping our residents and others navigate that. One of the early steps we took was really working to help people know how they could access services remotely. Even when all of our public buildings were open, we still wanted to remind folks that they could pay water bills online and call in and get services from our library, and just help remind people that they could skip trips and stay home or limit some contact. Since then, we've closed public buildings and try to help people know what those impacts to service are and what those next steps look like. One of the things that we really have been trying to do is give transparency into our thought process. So when folks, for example, ask, when is the community center going to reopen, that we can help explain we plan to use that entire building for our summer camp, and that we need to be able to have folks spread out throughout that whole facility. So that's one of the reasons we haven't opened it to the general public. It's currently hosting kids. And we just want to make sure that people understand how that essential programming for our working families is what we're prioritizing as far as our space and our work right now. So that's one of the big things we're trying to do. It's also changed the way that we're doing public meetings and public engagement. All of our public meetings from city council and planning and zoning and all of those different commissions and boards and councils are all taking place remotely over Zoom. We had to spin up a process for doing that pretty quickly so the city could conduct its day-to-day business, which was super important to make sure we can pay our bills, make decisions, and have legal, transparent conversations among our elected officials and city officials and appointed board members. The other thing that we've really been trying to do is help keep people up to date on public health guidance. We started out early on reminding folks that they really needed to wash their hands and stay home when they were sick. And of course, that guidance has been there through this whole pandemic. But we've also, as the CDC has changed its guidance and recommended face coverings when you're out in public, as well as worked with some public health officials on signage for our parks and trails, and really trying to help communicate some of those big differences and changes that we're all navigating. Meanwhile, we'd love to invite folks to jump on their cameras and look through their camera rolls and share some of their favorite moments from around North Liberty with us. We're really compiling some new images that we'd love to use in our social media and potentially on the covers of our activity guides and some other places. And while we do a lot of photography and video of summer events and of places around town, there's a lot of moments that we just can't capture, whether that's you out at the park with your kids or a small neighborhood gathering that you've taken pictures of. We'd love to get some of those images to share with the wider community, just to help remind people why North Liberty is such a great place and why you love it. You can jump on our website, northlibertyiowa.org. I mean, you can upload them right there, and that would be a wonderful thing for us. We'd love to see those. Anyway, I hope you are staying safe and just taking some basic precautions to keep yourself, your family, and our community healthy.